Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. Okay, so today we have a dragging video. As you know, you guys seem to love these videos. I love them too. I've created a playlist called luxury dragging videos. So you can go find that on the playlist section of my YouTube channel. Make sure you go check it out. All of the dragging videos will be in that playlist. Some of you were telling me that you listen to them like when you're driving to work or you're going to pick up your children from school and things like that, so you can just play them as a playlist in the car, or you can watch them. You let me know which format. Let me know, do you watch my videos, by the way, on your phone or on your TV? Like, I'd love to know, like, do you watch them on the phone, the laptop, the TV, or the tablet? I'm just super curious, like, from a metrics point of view. You know I love metrics. Okay, so the first story is actually from one of the boutiques in New York. I thought that this was such an interesting story because it's just so emblematic of the shenanigans that are going on at Big H at the moment. Okay, so this was written 3 months ago. I'm not going to say which one it is because I feel like I'll end up exposing this person, but it's on Google Reviews and it's one of the boutiques in New York in the US. I had such a strange experience here, not sure what to make of it. I visited this location to the second week of January 2022. I believe it was on a Wednesday. It was my second trip to the store. I live in New Jersey. The boutique was closed after New Year's Day due to C19. I was about to say the proper thing. I'm sorry about that. I did call the store the day before to confirm the hours, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, she went there, she had like wasted parking money, and then it was like her 25th wedding anniversary, and she was supposed to go to Paris, but then the plans got cancelled, blah, blah, blah. She says, anyway, I meet a lovely SA called X, she names him, okay? He was really engaging. I was hoping to pick up another Big H bag for my anniversary. Obviously she wrote hermes bag. I've been on a waiting list for almost 2 years now. With no response from my SA. That's weird. I do have a Birkin 25 that my husband bought for me while we were at the Paris FSH boutique. After giving me a great education on Birkin sizes, like the 35 versus the 25, the salesman gave me Perrier and his card. He mentioned that inventory is very low due to C19, of course. I should check back in a week. He was almost giddy. He made me giddy as well. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it at the time, but I texted the wrong number, and then later I lost the card. She also said that she sent him a thank you email. She went back into the store for the third time a week later, but unfortunately it was his day off. I couldn't get any assistance. The SAs were busy gift wrapping bags, but it was my mistake for losing the card. While there, I had to suffer through listening to the most pretentious of customers who cut in front of me, drone on and on and on about her personal collections and how she can get a Birkin. Why are you begging for one then? Ooh, ouch. I like this person. She periodically touched her Birkin bag as some sort of proof. I was eventually able to ask the SA for the SA's card again. I was told he would be in on Saturday and I should text him. Perfect. I later did that and got a scathing message back. Yikes. On purpose, I was very nice and apologetic. The guy still came back to me snarling. I could visualize him jeering into his cell phone. So what was that for? I really don't know, but I also don't care. No material possession is worth enduring such awful treatment and the runaround. Totally agree. I realize I'm better off taking a holiday in Paris and visiting the FSH store while there versus enduring any additional runaround and poor treatment. Maybe I'll be able to purchase another Hermes bag. Maybe I won't, but it's no longer a driving force. In the meantime, my husband bought me a lovely Fendi baguette for my 25th anniversary. It sits nicely next to my Birkin 25. They're lovely companions. Okay, first of all, boo-boo, you were set up, honey. When I first read this, I was like, why did she have a great experience, okay? And then the next time she goes into the boutique, like, she has a bad experience. And then I remembered the story that I shared with you guys from Paris. Does anyone remember a few dragging moons ago, I shared with you a story that I saw in the press forum of a woman who was promised like an appointment at Sevres. She gets to Sevres, her SA is ill, like for the whole week, or out of the boutique for the whole week. It was really weird. Some of you were like, no, she could really be ill. I was like, stop. They set her up so she thought she had an essay in Paris, sweetheart. You don't have anything of the sort. It was like a really tough experience, but she scored in the end. When I read this dragging review, I was like, this woman got set up by the first essay. The first essay is perfect. Oh, educating her about the bag sizes, knowing very well that he's not going to offer her a bag. It sounds like she shops at the boutique in New Jersey, the Short Hills boutique, because she references the fact that she was waiting 2 years and hadn't been offered anything. So that's what made me think like maybe she was shopping at there. So she decided that she was going to go try her luck obviously in this other location in New York. I think that she got set up, honey, because why did she have a great experience and then all of a sudden she has a bad one? The reason why I think that she got set up is because why did the other SA like have a meltdown and send a really nasty message to her? It's well known within the Big H community online that the messages that they receive from you guys as clients are all monitored. Why would that SA take a chance and send them a really nasty message, or send her a really nasty message, knowing very well that their messages would be monitored and things like that? Like, why would the SA like go to that like that length? So my thing is, they decided they were going to mug her off. She got mugged off at this place. You know, they gave her what I am now going to call the Big H okie doke. Like, you go there the first time, you're like, oh, I have a Big H fairy. Hate that phrase, you know how much I hate it. And then you think everything's great. You think that the SA thinks that you're amazing. You're like the best thing since sliced bread. And then you go in a second time, that person is no longer there. Remember, I also told you guys about, I beg your pardon. I also told you guys about this woman who had a similar experience at the boutique in Lyon. Like, she goes there, she has a great experience. The guy's like, yeah, you're gonna get it back. She goes there the next day. He's no longer an SA, he's like a cashier. And then she's like making eye contact with him and he blanks her, boo-boo. He's like, girl, bye. Okay, no one's checking for you here. I'm sorry, but to me, this reeks of a setup. I feel like the first SA had no intention of selling her a Birkin, was just kind of making her feel better, maybe buttering her up. She didn't mention it in this like review, but it's possible that maybe she bought a few other bits and pieces, maybe to get her to spend. It costs them nothing to let you try on the bag sizes in the store. It's not like they're going to sell you the bag anyway, so it costs them nothing, like to be like, oh yeah, go ahead, try on the Kelly 25, try on the mini Kelly so you can see, you know, how it fits like on you. It costs them nothing. And then to kind of talk to you about like the history. I also feel like Big H, like the employees know who is someone who loves hearing about the history and all of that. I'm sorry, boo-boo. If I want to read the history about Big H, honey, there's something called Wikipedia. And for this channel, I know a little bit about the history. They don't need to give me a history lesson, sweetheart. This is the history channel right here, so you don't need to tell us anything here because we already know the tea. I feel like they knew they were going to mug her off the first time that she went there, because she's like, you know, the person was already giddy with excitement and really excited to give her this like great service and everything. But then, you know, all of a sudden he's no longer available that day. That's also something else I find quite strange about Big H. It's like in a lot of these stories, like someone goes in one day and then they literally go in a few days later and the person magically has a day off or whatever. No. Okay, I'm sorry, but this person got set up. Another thing that made me think that she got set up was when she says he mentioned that the inventory is very low due to C19. I should check back in a week. I mean, you just got mugged off. Basically told you come back later. That is something that makes me nervous about playing the Big H game, because you can't look desperate and be like, oh, I can't come back, because you might be told come back in a week, come back whatever, when they have bags in the boutique every single day. The bags are there. Okay, we all know this. That's why I think that maybe she got set up. Tell me if you think I am paranoid, because I feel like I'm just paranoid, and that's just the nature of my personality when it pertains to some of this stuff. I just feel like she did get set up and she got mugged off. Obviously she was waiting 2 years at the New Jersey boutique and she hadn't been offered anything, like, you know, clearly she's not, if she's been waiting for 2 years in the New Jersey store, the SA is not getting back to her, yeah, you're not going to get an offer from that boutique, it's time to move on. So I support her in being realistic, moving on and finding another boutique, and then even better, just going to Paris and playing the game. And with your husband, with a man there, honey, there's nothing you can't achieve there. Like, after now learning my lesson, like, your husband, your boyfriend, your man needs to be at the forefront, okay? We're talking about going into battle, okay? Like Leonidas at the Battle of Thermopylae, okay? That is what needs to happen. So I feel like, I like the fact that she just decided she was going to move on. She's not going to deal with this drama and deal with the shenanigans anymore of basically waiting and waiting and waiting. But in my opinion, she got set up, and I don't think she realizes that she basically got set up. So I'd love to chat to you guys about this one and know what you think about it. Do you think that she was set up, or do you think that it was a genuine thing? Like, she was going to be offered a Birkin and then the SA wasn't there, and then she got another SA who decided to be nasty to her instead. I'd love to know what you guys think about this one. I'm sorry, but she got set up. I'm sorry, she got set up. If you listen to that story, and then she loses his card, I mean, I don't know about that. I think she got set up, and that's just how I feel. And also, like, if she had connected with him, why not just wait for him to, like, come back? She could have been like, well, when do you guys think he's coming back? And then they could say, I don't know, something is fishy about that story. I just bet you they were mugging her off. They mugged her off from the beginning. Like, yeah, come back in a week. They just know they're gonna fob her off. And then the day she comes back, they're like, no, we don't have anything for you. No. And the person, like, leaves sends a really nasty message back. So I'd love to know. And that is what made me think that maybe she didn't buy anything. So they're just like, oh, bye. Okay, you didn't buy anything. And then you're here making demands for Birkins and following up. Like, please, get out of here, girl. Like, that's kind of my feeling on that. Love to know what you think. I really don't like the big H games when I read reviews like this. It does really leave a bad taste in your mouth. Okay, the next one is from another big H boutique. This is also in New York. This one goes as follows. Such a pity that a store like Hermes would have such bad customer service. My mother and I paid the boutique a visit and were met with the West SA. My mother speaks limited English and I'm her translator most of the time. The SA was incredibly passive aggressive and kept telling her to calm down when she asked for clothes in her size. When we went to pay, the computers weren't working, so when my mum tried to hand her the card, she told her to just calm down and give me 2 minutes. I understand the computer not working may have been frustrating, but don't speak to my family like we're dogs. When we finally went to get the clothes, she was muttering again to another employee, and she's saying this under her breath. See, there they are again. I've never met such, and then she puts ... Honestly, having an SA with such a bad attitude at Hermes is beyond embarrassing. Do better. Yeah, I totally agree. The client is right here. First of all, God forbid and God protect the SA. If I walk into a luxury boutique and I'm with my mom, and you try and check my mom and you try and tell her to calm down, sweetheart, boo-boo, honey. Someone give me a Mont Blanc pen. Okay, someone give me a Mont Blanc fountain pen and some paper, okay, from Cartier, because I would be writing some serious letters to 24 FSH, honey, in French. I wouldn't even be playing with you, okay? So that, first of all, you're bang out of order for telling someone's mum to calm down. That is incredibly rude. I don't care what you sell. I don't care how her mum was acting in the boutique. You're not going to tell someone else's mum or dad to calm down. So no, that is not cool. When I read this, I was like, oh my gosh. And this is new. It's from like a few days ago. Like I said, one of the boutiques in New York. And yeah, it's so passive aggressive. Even if the SA was having a bad day, you cannot tell someone's mum in a boutique, in a professional environment, to calm down. I would never check someone's mum. Now, in Africa, you respect your elders. It doesn't matter if the person's your mom, it's not your mom. All the people watching who are from other African countries, please vouch in the comments. Here, people don't play about elders, honey. You are not going to check anyone's mom, dad, granddad. You know, in Swahili, your grandmother's called your bibi. You're not going to check someone's bibi in a boutique here, honey. It is not going to happen. You will be dragged, okay? I'm sorry, but no, I'm with the client here. The client won this one. I wasn't sure about the first story because I still feel like she got mugged off and she got set up. But this one here, like, you know, and then at the end here being like, see, there they are again. I've never met such, and then saying it under her breath. Like, do you really think that people are like stupid? Do you think people are idiots that they don't understand like what you're saying? It's not like the mum walked into Big H on her own without her daughter. She just said that her daughter here is just saying that she had like translated for her mum, and she was her mum's translator. So what's the issue? Big H, honey, you're wrong. The client won that one. I think the first one is like a draw. The client got mugged off. This story, I think, is like, yeah, I don't know. This story to me, I don't know. I just feel like when people are rude to people's parents, like, that's when I kind of lose it. I think that it's really unfair to be rude to people's parents, and it's just like, you can't talk to someone's mom like that. I don't think that's fair. All right, the next dragging story is from, ooh, which one is this from? Oh, this is from one of the, because I've taken these as screenshots, this is from one of the Chanels in the US. It's from a Chanel boutique in the US, but I don't remember which one it is exactly. Just hold on a second. Okay, but it's from one of the Chanel boutiques. Okay, so here we go. There is a staff, well, I think she means a staff member. There's a staff member standing at the door to control people entering the store and to welcome customers. Everything's fine. While I was waiting in line, another staff member was walking by and gave me a glance from head to toe, which made me uncomfortable. After I checked out, I asked to see some of the other items and I hesitated about my purchase. Another customer walked by and took a look at the earrings tray and decided to buy. And then my SA quickly asked my friend if and me, do we still want the earrings? After she heard no from us, she quickly took the earrings tray and disappeared to help that customer with the checkout. Oh my God, big C SAs, honey. My friend and I were standing there, don't know what happened. Is our service done? What's the purpose to limit people entering the boutique? People are gathering in this limited space and we have to share the earrings tray with other clients. Is that the Chanel service? If we don't purchase, if we don't purchase a jacket or a bag, does it mean we only deserve bad service like this? This is relatively recent. It's from 9 months ago. First of all, Big C SAs are known for this. Like, I've heard from many of you. You've told me privately. I've read it in Google reviews and TripAdvisor reviews. Like at Chanel, like if there's a client eyeing something that you're touching, if you're kind of hesitating for a second, it will just get snatched up. Like, yeah, you get me? Like, they'll just go there and snatch it up and take it away from you. I think that there are a few things. First of all, you're there looking at the costume jewelry. We all know Big C's costume jewelry is very popular. They're looking at the costume jewelry. They don't know if they're going to buy the costume jewelry. Another client turns up. The SA is like, do you know what? You lot aren't spending money. And then she checked them there and she called their bluff. Like, are you gonna buy them? No. Okay, cool. I'm moving on. It's harsh. It's wrong. The SA is wrong. Okay, but this is not the first time that I've heard of people's like products being snatched up at Big C, because at Chanel, like, this seems to happen a lot. It's in so many of these reviews. Like, people will be holding onto a bag and someone will see their bag and then just come and take it. Like, I wish you'd do that to me, sweetheart, when I'm in Chanel shopping, because I will very politely tell you, I'm sorry, I was looking at that first. I'm that person, honey. I'm that person when people try and queue job. I'll be like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, madam. I was here first. I'm that person, boo-boo. Okay, I just did that a few days ago when I went to park at a shopping center here. Some man tried to queue jump me and I was like, excuse me, sir, I was first. I would say something. So, but okay, I guess to be fair, I think what's harsh about shopping at Chanel is like the way they read clients. They just assumed that the clients weren't going to buy, and to be fair, the clients were not interested in buying the earrings. So is it wrong for the SA to just be like, look, these people are not buying, I do not have time for this, I'm just going to move on and find clients who want to buy? Maybe they could have done it a little bit nicer, but at the same time, don't go into Chanel to waste time. If you are going to go in there, make sure you're going in there to buy something and make sure that you are serious about buying something. I don't know, I don't know. I just think that it's just really interesting, like the way Chanel operates with things like this. It's not the first time I've heard of like something like this happening. I'm not laughing at the client. I'm just laughing at the ridiculousness in the way big C essays act. They just act in such a, I don't know, there's something about it that's quite ruthless to me. It's a very Dickensian way of selling luxury goods. Are you buying it? Yes or no? Okay, I feel like the Artful Dodger, okay, from Oliver Twist is gonna come up in here and be like, are you buying it? Yes or no? Okay, so I would love to know what you guys think about this one. I thought this one was really interesting. The final one is another Chanel dragging story. This is another review. The service was terrible. I told the SA what I wanted. He just left me there without saying anything. I was standing there confused for a good 10 minutes. I spoke to another SA. The SA gave me a one-word answer for everything. In the end, I asked the SA if she can contact me later if they manage to get the bag I want. She just replied, we don't have it. It seems like if you don't take whatever minimal selection they have in the boutique, they won't bother dealing with you. If this is the type of service you get for spending $7,000 to $8,000 on a bag, I'd rather take my business somewhere else. Okay, I've just remembered the location of these two Chanel dragging stories. These were in Toronto. So hi to everyone in Canada. Your Chanel boutiques are being dragged on the internet. Okay, a few things. First of all, I feel like one of the unwritten rules of luxury shopping is like you only like buy what's in the boutique. You don't go into a boutique as a new client and start asking the SA to order things for you, because from a sales point of view, it makes sense. They are making commission on the inventory that's in the boutique at that specific moment. Anyway, they don't get paid commission on bags anyway, so it's completely irrelevant. As a client, it's normal to think like, okay, well, I'm going in there, I'm going to spend 8,000 Canadian dollars, because I just remembered that both of these stories. The previous one about Chanel is from the Toronto boutique, and this one is also from the Toronto boutique in Canada. So maybe she's thinking, I'm spending 8,000 Canadian dollars, like I should be treated with respect. Absolutely. But at the same time, if you're going in there and you're asking for a bag that the boutique doesn't have, God forbid they need to order it from like Paris or something, you're a new client, you have no profile, you don't have purchase history, you don't have spending history at Chanel, they're just, and you're asking for something which the SA is not getting paid any commission on, to be honest, or literally like $0 or very negligible commission. It's not like she walked in there and she was like buying fine jewelry or asking to order like a fine jewelry piece from Paris or asking to order a couture piece. You better believe that if you walk in there and you're like, I'd like to order a couture or fine jewelry piece that they don't have, they will order it for you, because obviously they're going to get commissions on that. So I do think it's relevant to note that and I know it's like, I know you're like, oh my gosh, but like she's the client, they should be giving her like everything that she wants. But when you work a sales job, particularly when you work like a retail sales job, like you exist off the inventory that's in that boutique, and they need to sell the inventory that they have. It's not actually good for them to be ordering inventory out of the boutique and not selling the stock that they have from a retail management point of view. So I actually totally understand like why the SA was a bit like, no, we don't have it, because she doesn't want to order it because the client basically is making her do way more work than someone else who maybe would have gone into the boutique and ordered something that was on the shop floor, if that makes sense. So I kind of understand where the SA is coming from. Of course, she should have said it a little bit nicer than that, or at least make the person feel a little bit more comfortable. But I do understand where the SA is coming from, so I would love to know what you guys think about those dragging stories. Make sure that you're fully subscribed to my channel, you hit notifications as well. I love hearing from you, and make sure that you go follow me on my luxury Instagram. It's new, it's linked below. Some of you are following me on my personal page, that's fine, but my personal page is like me posting pictures of like random things, posting pictures of like my family, posting pictures of like food I eat or going to church or whatever. Go follow my luxury Instagram, because all of the luxury stuff goes there first. I think it's fun. And also critically, go join the Facebook group. So those of you who are members of the group please leave a comment below if you're watching this, so that people know that the group is real, the group is not a waste of time, and that the group is lit and it's fire, please. So that the people who are unsure about joining the group go join. Please join with your personal account that you've had at Facebook. Don't join with a burner account, because we don't allow burner accounts at the moment. We want to keep our group full of like real people, not people with like fake identities. Go join with your personal account. I would love to see you in the group. If you're new to the group, go join today. Write a post saying, "Hi Kagem, he's told me to leave a welcome post in the group. I'm new to the group." Go do that for me, okay? I would love if you guys would consider doing that. So I want to know what you guys think of these dragging stories. Whenever I've been filming these videos, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna run out of content. Like one day, Hermes and Chanel and Louis Vuitton are gonna stop hurting people's feelings. It's never gonna happen. These brands are always being dragged, honey, because they're just so rude. They need to work on not being as rude to clients as they are. Like Hermes is tough, honestly. Like when I think of all the dragging videos that I have done all over the world, different locations, the US, Canada, Europe, Asia, like Big H gets dragged so hard in almost every single country where Big H has a boutique, for the shenanigans and drama and games that Big H is up to. I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Kalila. She had posted on her Instagram that Big H is actually opening a boutique on Monday, the 23rd of May, in this shopping center in New York called the Roosevelt Shopping Center. And yeah, it's called the Roosevelt Shopping Center, and it's in New York. I think the location is called Garden City. I don't know these places, I'm just repeating. So thanks to Kalila for posting that, because I saw that on her Instagram. I was like, cool, I wanted to let you guys know in case you're interested. There are all kinds of rumors about this boutique. We don't know if it's going to be run by Big H themselves. We don't know if it's a franchise. I just thought I would mention it just in case there's some of you who are interested. There isn't, no one really knows if there will be handbags there. No one really knows the tea. If there will be bags, who knows, but I think it was just worth mentioning to those of you who live in the New York area. Maybe you're curious, you can go check it out. You let me know of what you see. It's opening on Monday. That's what kind of gives me the feeling that maybe it doesn't have handbags, because it's opening on a weekday, which is a really interesting day that they decided to go for. But maybe after the crazy situation in Austin, Texas, they realized that opening on weekends was like a really bad idea. And it really was, if you think about it. Like opening on Saturday, the way they did that botched launch in Austin, Texas was an absolute disaster, complete total chaos and mayhem. So hopefully they will open this one well. If you like what I'm doing, you know what to do. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. I hope to see you in the group. Follow me on Instagram, follow my luxury TikTok. If you like reading my blogs, let me know as well, because my blog is linked below. You can go read all of my articles. And yeah, we're almost done with every day in May. Today's the 21st of May. 10 more days to go. If you've been watching this series, like, have you been enjoying it? When every day in May is ended, I'm going to do like a video where I recap how it did and how I was able to film my videos almost every single day. There have been ups and downs, but I think that the series has been going very well and it has exceeded my expectations. I have lots of energy, I have lots of great videos that are still to come. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in my next video.